Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Trevor Acid Darling. Thank you guys so much for clicking once again. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. And to all my OGs, you know what to do. Comment down below, let me know, gang. So yesterday, I did a video about a 12-year-old girl that had been going through some issues concerning her relocation, coming here to Canada. And we're talking about mothers and, parents generally, and how this entire relocation thing puts a stress on adults. And we also forget that kids, it actually also puts a stress on them. Now, there's a particular movie that has been trending on Netflix, and that's what we are going to be talking about today, what Jennifer did. I saw a couple of content creators, suggest the movie. I've not watched all these movies in a while, so when I saw it, I was like, what movie again? Plus, it's looking sinister. But I saw the location, I was like, let me check this place. Men and brethren, boys and girls. This happened in my city, and if there's one thing a lot of people know is that I'm very happy where I stay. Like, it's very calm, it's nice. One of the things I tell is, please, when you're choosing where you will live, make sure you choose a place that is okay, that you'll be happy to be coming home. So like the police reported, and like most other news agencies, I'm going to be putting some clips. Please, disclaimer, there are going to be some spoiler alerts here. It's nothing massive, but if you need more info, you might need to watch the movie itself. Now, basically, this is about a family, and let's just say this family represents us. Most of us coming in, we are first generation, right? Represents the struggling immigrant family. You come here, even if most times I advise, come, just husband and wife, no kids, better for you. You will struggle, you will grind. I cannot remember if it was mentioned if the parents came here. I think they came here before they had the kids. I think she was actually born here also. So, but I cannot remember that details for sure. But basically the child is here. The parents, they came in, from Vietnam. They worked their way up, and just like every other immigrant family, in fact, Asians and Africans share that same sentiment of wanting the best for their children, to the point where it's almost bullying. They made sure that their son became an engineer, and for her, it was the medical field. She didn't like blood, so the next option for her was pharmacy. And this stress became so much that it literally pushed her to the point of staging assassination attempts on the parents. That's the plot of the entire story. And this is really sad because I just want to tell you people the honest truth. Even though you jackman, you say, most times when people want to travel, they say, I want to do it for my kids. It sounds like a noble thing, but for me, please don't lie. If you want to do it for yourself, say you want to do it for yourself. It doesn't really mean, because when you say you want to do it for your kids and you come here, you get 3 to 4 jobs, you hardly see those kids. You're working, you're grinding, and then because you put food on the table and shelter and take them to the best of schools, you expect them to know that what you did is a noble thing. You left all your life in Nigeria, you came to Canada, you've given them all the best, and you're surprised as to why they're acting up. Why are they not grateful? Why are they not wanting to, excel and, pay you back for all the hustle you did? Understand very well, please, this our set is going to be something else. You can no longer do what our parents were doing. You can't live your life through your child. That is gone and it's past. We can't do that. So the best I can advise you, point number 1, don't have more children that you can train. That's the first point. So that you don't finish all your money on children and now be angry that they are not bringing back. Because I've seen a lot of families here, proper Canadian families, some of them abandon their aged mothers, some of them, they have different way of life here. And then if you bring your child or you start giving birth to children here and they grow up in this kind of setting, it will take the grace of God for them to know that at your old dying age, you are also they should also be a bit more responsible for you. Do you understand? So that is also something to note, because most people feel like, let me do everything for my child so that the child will take care of me. Things are changing, times are changing. You're not even in Nigeria. In Nigeria, it's getting a bit shaky. Talk more of here. Okay, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. This hits home because usually when I watch all these crime stories and the rest of them, it's usually very far from me. But I'm telling you that the house where this murder was committed is so close to my house that it's actually a walking distance. It is so weird. It is scary. It is crazy. This case is actually very old, 10 years plus, and for some reason I believe that the people, of course, are going to be getting a lot of visitors, people walking into their space this period to watch them, to just look at the house. but the place is not that far. It's something that, here we can walk. It's something that's a walking distance, because in this our city, this area, there's hardly any crime. There's hardly any invasion or anything. I've always said, I say my landlady is Chinese, so these are the Chinese Asian areas. So when I heard that, I was like, are you sure it's not close to me? And lo and behold, it's actually very close. It's been 10 years. The father actually survived, and it was his report that helped with the investigation. I feel like one of the reasons why this investigation came up again was because they actually sent in a plea deal, and they have arraigned them for, I think, retrial. They are going to be going to trial again. And this particular investigation is to open up the case to public opinion, so that people would ensure that this court does not find a way to, reduce her sentence. Because what she did was absolutely horrific. Absolutely horrific. I get that people are coming with the line of she was under pressure, mental health, and all of that. But watching the story, she was given the option to go and live with the boy and leave the parents. But sometimes, you see, people like comfort. They know when they're making bad decisions. They like comfort. At least you still want that succor. And then for parents, you need to get to the point where you realize that as much as you have done for yourself, just keep money for yourself. So that whatever decision she wants to make, the best you can do is wish her well, guide her. If you get to the point where your child is like this, you can only support from a distance. There's really nothing you can do again. You can only support from a distance, because this pressure is not just now. It has been from when she was younger, the piano school and all of that. And I really wanted to do this particular review from the immigrant point of view, because I come here, I tell you people, sign your kids up to any of these schools, any of these programs, try to help them, let their self-esteem come up and all of that. And, make sure that your kids are properly guided, make sure they don't have bad friends and all of that. That is fair and good, but we need to get to the point where we know that society and everything has left us. You cannot demand your children to study medicine anymore. You cannot demand your children to study dentistry or all those things. Now that we know that people are making money from something as simple like this as YouTube, proper packaging, and people are making brand deals, influencing. There was a year that influencing was not a job. Football wasn't even something that parents were considering back then, but you can see now people are successful, mega successful in those sports. So yes, we should lead with an open mind. I know that the pressure is on for a lot of us, people that sold their lands, sold their properties, gathered so much money, went indebted because of this. You see families, I've talked about certain families and people I meet on shifts that work 2-3 jobs. Some shifts are so brutal. There are times like last summer, we used to have double shifts. Like I'll go for a shift maybe from 6 to 12, or then that same place, if I'm lucky, I can get another afternoon shift in that same place from maybe 2 to 10:30. So between 12 and 2, I'll look for one corner to just raise my leg up a bit, put my head between my knees and see if I can take a nap. And people are doing it back to back to make ends meet. So I get that when they do that, they want their kids to come here and succeed because they've saved so much money. They might decide, I don't want you to go to public school. Private schools cost a lot of money, so they put them in private schools. And now the kids go to private schools and face bullying. Because some of these private schools are not for people that are struggling financially. Some people, their parents are taking them to different countries. And you're there and the child is feeling like the poorest among the rich. But instead of them to understand from your own point that actually you gave them an edge amongst other public school children, that is where communication comes in play. That's where knowing exactly what to do. When I say intentional parenting, we cannot get it. All of us, they try luck. Even if you have 7 children, the way you parent all 7 is different because you gave birth to them at different stages of your life. When you had 1, you had only 1. When you had 2, you were taking care of the second one and you also needed to be there for the first. When you had 3, the same thing. When you have 4, the same thing. When you have 5, the same thing. So you need to tailor your parenting pattern to the child. So don't say because you work for the elder brother, you must work for the younger brother. No. Children are different. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. As sad as it is, they said, of course, the elder brother is succeeding, good, prestigious school. He's a mechanical engineer in the making. And then she just never entered school. Do you understand? She lied about being an A student. She wasn't. Pressure. Pressure. This documentary was really a sad one, and I really want us to share our thoughts. Those of you that have watched it, share your thoughts. If you watch it, try also to take out time and browse it on YouTube. Check out other documentaries, you know, feedback from the police. This case has opened up, so definitely people are going to be combing through different things. Like I promise you people, there were, you know, there's going to be spoiler alerts. But still, I would say this was premeditated, yes, one, but she made a lot of mistakes. One, of course, she didn't take into consideration the fact that, I mean, she had to open the door for the thieves to come in. What did your parents do to you? Her father was not supposed to be alive. The father survived. And the loophole in the fact that when she now finally was making the 911 call, because she didn't know the father survived, the father ran outside. So when she heard his voice, she had to relate to the 911 that my father ran outside. Detectives, upon listening to that, will think, why will a father run outside instead of going to save his daughter? Knowing fully well that they were all attacked, why won't you, you know, try to go and check up on your daughter if he did not indeed see certain things? The father was in a coma, came out and was able to tell that she was not tied up, she was chatting, you know, she was, you know, he gave a proper description. And I feel so sad for him, because not only has he lost his wife, his daughter is alive but dead, you know, to him. And it's really, really terrible. I feel sad for the brother. This is going to be like a mentally challenging period, especially because it's been a while. If it's 2010, that's like 14 years or so. And reopening it in this form, Netflix documentary and all of that, is like reopening old wounds. But it's still a story that is very famous around that area. A lot of people are talking about it. Some people have decided, I feel this spring, a lot of cars are going to be going around that neighborhood to maybe catch a glimpse of the house, like I said. That's what I suspect. Hope they don't spook the innocent couple that have rented it, because it's not the same people, though. Some people have rented the house, they are living, it's their house, there's nothing they can do. They've cleaned it up, they've remodeled it and all of that, but it still remains a crime scene, still remains a scene where something really horrific happened. I'm praying for every immigrant parent. I know that this journey is going to cost you a lot of money, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of, you know, leaving your family, your friends at such a big age to come here to give your children a head start. But also, as you do it, please have realistic intentions, realistic expectations of them, so that you don't go and kill yourself and kill the relationship you have with them. Do you understand? It's very important, because as long as you can just put them in school, they are settled, you can, from your savings, buy a big farm back home and go and retire in peace. You can, from your savings, you know, like there are people that are chilling. You can decide to still stay here and be paying bills. It's not a problem. But have a plan for your own self, for your own retirement. You know, it's also fingered that, of course, she killed her parents because she stood to inherit a lump sum for their life insurance, maybe probably $500,000, and then she can enjoy with her boyfriend. And of course, the house is also there. Their house was fully paid off, so you can imagine how hard they've worked, because a fully paid off house in this my area is a lot of money. I told you guys once that the houses close to me were selling for 2 million, you know. So the guy's house is a lot of money. And when they were talking about she inheriting this, inheriting that, I later found out she had a brother. I'm like, did she forget that she had a brother? Maybe she was planning to go and kill that one to inherit all these things she wants to inherit. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. That was just and it's so ironic because it's coming on the heels of my other video where I did about parents, you know, sitting and talking with their children, especially because she started this rebellion as a teenage girl, as a young girl, and which is the same age with the Nigerian lady that was complaining about her daughter changing. You know, in her case, maybe she was not bellowing at them and changing and screaming. She was internalizing things to the point where she got to this point of no return. Okay, so I pray that God gives all us the wisdom to be able to relate with all these things and, you know, guide our children to the path of greatness. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been one of our back-to-back series. This video, of course, this movie taught a lot of things. I hope you enjoyed it. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm your girl, Acid Darling. Please check out my other videos and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.